Yeah, we used to come to the dances, 50 cents on Wednesday nights.
For Edward Prado, visiting Edgewood High School is a trip down memory lane.
But for the grace of God, I could have ended up not going to college.
Ed was born in 1947 and raised in San Antonio's West Side, where kids were more likely to drop out of school than go to college. The idea of becoming a federal judge, that was a long shot at best. But Ed's parents believed in education and pushed him to succeed.
We didn't have much money for me to go on to college, but whatever little they could put together, they helped me get through college, were always supportive.
Ed headed to UT. He knew he wanted to be a lawyer, and he knew he wanted to experience new things.
It was in the late 60s, the Vietnam War, the Civil Rights Movement. I was exposed to a lot of things that perhaps in my sheltered little Latino neighborhood I was not exposed to. It built up my self-confidence that I could compete with anyone.
At UT, Ed discovered himself and someone to share his life with.
One thing the University of Texas gave me was my wife that I met up at the co-op my first day of school.
Ed and Maria are still together after 36 years, and they have one son, Edward. Ed graduated in 1969 with a degree in liberal arts and enrolled in UT's School of Law. From the moment he'd earned his law degree, his legal career began to soar. He went home to Bexar County to serve as an assistant district attorney and later a federal public defender. Then, in 1980, Governor Bill Clements appointed Ed to fill a vacant state district judgeship.
I think a lot of it had to do with hard work and proving yourself, but it's also being at the right place at the right time.
As his career progressed, Ed became known as a rising star in the Republican Party. In 1981, President Reagan appointed him to be the U.S. Attorney for the Western District of Texas. 3 years later, the president made the 36-year-old a U.S. District Court judge.
The elementary school kids asked me, said, well, how do you become a judge? I said, well, they pick the best-looking men they can find. All these kids laugh.
The judge is a jokester, but no one was laughing in 2003 when President Bush nominated Ed to be an appellate court judge. Ed was confirmed unanimously by the Senate.
Now, does this help us any, or is this gonna?
I think the case is really on point.
Does this tell us where the...
Now Ed spends much of his time in his office in San Antonio reviewing cases that are up for appeal. Once a month, he goes to New Orleans to meet with other judges on the court to hammer out a decision.
I enjoy what I do. I make very important decisions that have a big impact in our community, and I think it's helped me as a judge that I was a public defender and I was a United States attorney. So I've seen court from different perspectives.
A respected member of the federal judiciary, Ed often travels overseas to speak on behalf of the U.S. legal system. 4 years ago, he was even the focus of a campaign to become the first Hispanic Supreme Court justice. While that title has since gone to someone else, Ed is very proud of the job he already has.
I think it's quite an accomplishment to get 3 appointments from the President of the United States and the opportunity to serve my country in a life of public service has really been rewarding.
Tonight, we honor a Texas Exes life member who has risen above his humble beginnings, yet hasn't lost his humility or his sense of humor.
Oh, you're the principal.
Yes.
Am I in trouble?
No, you're not.
Judge Edward Prado, a distinguished alumnus of the University of Texas at Austin.